Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Yekakadash. Yahweh been the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shah been the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, when you get into uh, the evidence of the descendants of slaves, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans being the biblical Israelites, this comes up in conversation, and especially when the heathen and the Gentiles and the non-believers get to asking us, well, how do you know you're an Israelite and all this and that? And so let's go to the Lord. What did He tell us to do? See, what did the Lord tell us to do when it comes to finding out who we are? All right, let's go into that. Because He told us to do a specific situation. Now this is Deuteronomy, and this going along with the thumbnail in 1910, where in 1910 you had what was it, the Renaissance time, Harlem Renaissance, and you had our peoples, the descendants of slaves, telling us what was going on. See, and they was calling themselves Israelites and Jews. Now this is what the Lord told us to do. He says in verse 7, remember the days of old. See, remember 1910. Not even before that, but remember the days of old, especially like the Harlem Renaissance, when our people was being rebirthed, because that's what Renaissance means, to be rebirthed. They was finding out who they were. It says, consider the years of many generations. What about the generation that was alive in the early 1900s? Ask your father. See, ask your father. He'll tell you who you was. See, don't listen to a red dragon, or don't listen to some stupid historian. See, ask your father and he will show you. Your elders, and they will tell you. See, our elders was those men in the Harlem Renaissance. Bishop Matthew, Bishop, it's another pastor that was around at these times, and they knew what was going on, man. And they was telling the people that we are the children of Israel. Bishop Matthews, he said, every last Negro in America at that time, see, before 1970s, and they started letting in these Hamites and these other immigrants. Every last Negro was an Israelite. See, was a Hebrew in his words. Okay, so this is what the Lord told us to do. Look at Job 8 and 8. He says, inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare yourself to the search of their fathers. See, he's telling us to search for our fathers, man. And our fathers will show us. Our elders will tell us. Gabriel Prosser, what was it? David Walker. What was the other one? They called him Pennington, Benjamin something, I forget his, Benjamin Singleton, the one who started the Exodus of all of the descendants of slaves. He was calling them Exodusters, and they was moving to Kansas when it was a free state. And so he had wrote a book and said we come from the west coast of Africa, and that the Jews was on the west coast of Africa. See, ask our fathers and they will show us. Now I think I had just took a picture of him, Salakia. Okay, this the one I got of Bishop Matthews, the one who was leading, uh, one of the leaders during 1910 in the Harlem Renaissance. What he was telling them, he said, because he wrote in the book, well, technically, one of these Edomites quoted what he wrote in one of his publications, what he was writing and passing around. This is what the Edomite said. He said, this is a development from Bishop Matthews' congregation. It has received no help from the white Jews and observed that the white Jewish papers called them fakers. But my friends, now he quotes, he put the quotation there. He said, but my friends, we are not fakers. Every black man is a real Hebrew, whether he knows it or not. See, the Lord say, ask our fathers, and they shall show us. And they would ask our elders, and they'll tell us who we are. Don't listen to none of these stupid religious people. See, these Christians. Don't listen to these Muslims. Don't listen to nobody but our forefathers, man. They'll tell us who we were. See, they'll give us who our identity is. And this is as simple as that. Our people were telling telling us who we was, and they wanted to distract the situation. That's why you had the Jehovah Wickedness in their newspaper saying that the Gentile times was over. Or they paid somebody to post in the newspaper that the Gentile times was over. Because they knew they was in Brooklyn and Harlem, by Harlem, New York, and they knew the Israelites was waking up. These Negroes waking up telling people that they the Israelite. That means that the Lord is finna come and do something to this place. See? Try to act like they predicted World War One. You didn't predict nothing. You heard the Israelites talking and preaching, and then you say, oh, time is up, we in trouble. And you went around the world to tell these Jewish people, y'all need to go back into that land. Because see, the Baphomet Declaration was already in play during the 1900s. In the early 1900s, when Bishop Matthews and those Israelites stood up and started declaring their nationality. See, and then it didn't come into effect until you got the 1948 with the Rothschilds with all their money and their power. See, with the backing of all the other Edomites, went in there and took that land from the Arabs. See, and pushed any Israelite who was in there up out of there, and let the Arabs stay in Palestine and in that section of the land. You see, but he was saying, this Edomite wrote his book saying, these Negroes saying that they the original Jews, man. We got to do something about this. They gon' cause our world to end, man. It's the Jehovah Wickedness said it's the end of the Gentile time. See, our time is up. Our time to rule is over. These Negroes is waking up. They preaching and saying that they some Israelites. So this is what our people don't understand. The Lord told us how to realize who we was. And then when you go back into the scriptures, look at Isaiah. Let me get Isaiah. Not only Deuteronomy, we don't have to run the Deuteronomy every time. Isaiah chapter 8 tells us what was going to be, what the situation was going to be. Verse 18, it says, behold, I and the children who the Lord have given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel from the Lord of hosts. So we was going to be signs. See, the children going to be the signs that's going to let people know who the Israelites are. Because our condition, the condition of the children is going to be a sign and a wonder. Wonder why them people like that. Wonder why they do the things that they do. Wonder why they're in the predicament that they're in. Wonder why God let them go through harsh bondage and slavery. We wonder why this is going on with these people. When you go into what is it? Let's see here. You got Deuteronomy. Let me get second Samuel 7:23 because it makes a statement. Verse 23. It says, "And what one nation in the earth is like your people?" See, who is like the Israelites? We wondering who is like these people. Who can say that they going through what the Israelites is going through? Who is strong and powerful and controlling all the sports, dominating all the physical and sports? Who is creating all of this stuff in the world? Let's go get that. That's another one. Say how are these people creating everything? How did they create the Industrial Revolution? This is Jeremiah 51 and 19 and say the portion of Jacob is not like them. See, nobody else is like the Israelites, man. For he is the former of all things. He got the Industrial Revolution, the Patterson Company with these cars all over the place. They ain't riding on a horse no more and on a donkey. They jumping in the car and on a motorcycle, man, going 100 miles per hour. Because the slave, the Patterson, see, he was a wagon blacksmith and he started to make cars, man, and they gonna try to steal it and say they did it. You ain't did nothing. You saw that slave putting that thing together, and you say that's a good idea right there. We ain't got to jump on a horse no more. Let's try to keep pushing this thing, and probably every part of the engine they was copying, and the Patterson had a whole company, man. They was the expensive car, just like you got the BMW and you got the Toyota. And all these other cars is low level. The Cadillac, the Ford, and the Chevy, them low level cars. And you got BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus. That's how the Patterson Company was. Okay? And so this is what's going on with these people. They don't understand that the Israelites is creating everything. The refrigerator, the ice box, the light bulb, they creating everything. They the former of all things. Who is like the Israelites? You can't get on the basketball court or a football field or a baseball field and do anything without them Israelites outdoing you behind, man. See, taking over the whole operation. Hockey, they created hockey. They tried to have us up there in Canada. We created hockey. So these people don't know what they're talking about. They just running their mouth. And it's so much evidence that who the Israelites was. And Yahushua said in Luke 21 that it was going to be like this. They was going to be in that condition all the way until he came and redeemed them and bought the condition. He says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword and be led away captives into all nations. Okay? They should be led away captives into all nations. It says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled, meaning complete. When their rulership is complete, that's when their time is going to be up. Because what did he say he going to do when he comes? Verse 28, he says, when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, not no Christian church that didn't go into slavery, that wasn't killed by the sword, for your redemption draw near. See, he the one going to end the Gentile time, just like he said in Daniel. I'll let this be the last one. Daniel 2:44 is saying the days of these kings. What kings? The Gentile kings, the so-called white man, the China man, the Arab man, the East Indian man, see, the Hamite man. Those people that's sitting on the UN Council. In the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed, and that in the kingdom shall not be left to other people. Not going to be left to nobody but the Israelites. See? And this is what Daniel is talking about. He's not talking about some people that's just connected to Yahweh. See, because he is the King of Kings, and they believe that he the King of Kings, and he came and died and was resurrected. That ain't got nothing to do with the situation. That kingdom ain't gonna be left to no other people. It's only gonna be left to the Israelites, see, who served their time, and he coming to redeem them after they was went into slavery into all nations, and after they was killed with the sword. And see, the commentary is a dude named Matthews on the Bible. What is it? The Bible, Blue Letter Bible, the Blue Letter Bible commentary. He combined Joel chapter 3 that's all about slavery, and he combined. He said this is the situation. And when Joel 3, he said when the nations, the Gentiles get punished, they gonna have to go into slavery. See, this is what he said. This was connected to that. Revelation 13:10, he said, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saint. See, he put that together, and he was down way he was in 1700, the end of the 1600, I think. No, the end of the 1700, and up to maybe 18 something. He was around when Prosser, Gabriel Prosser, was saying we was Israelites and trying to revolt and run away. He was on the scene as an Edomite, telling his congregation or whoever, he was writing down what the heck was going on with the Israelites and with the Gentiles, with Joel 3 and Revelation 13:10. He didn't go into like the Jehovah wickedness and try to say that and some other commentaries on the Blue Letter Bible try to say, oh, this is the church being captive to the other false religion. It's a captive lie. Ain't no false religion killing y'all, man, and throwing y'all behind into slavery and captivity. See, they don't have y'all captured. Y'all is not captured. Y'all running around here knocking on everybody's door. See, you running around here knocking on everybody's door, talking about you a Mormon and a Jehovah wickedness, and you got a church on every corner. You is not in no captivity nowhere. That's a captivity lie. This is talking about real people, a real nation that's in captivity, like Yahweh Shah said it was going to be, and he was going to redeem them from their captive. That's what Isaiah 14 is talking about. 14, 1 and 2. That he gonna redeem them and turn it around and put their peoples into captivity. See, that's what Jeremiah 30 and 16 is talking about. All that afflict, all that devoured thee shall be devoured. You devour the Israelite and put him in slavery and beat the back end, you gonna be put in slavery and your back gonna get beat in. And it's going to be done double to your behind, like Revelation 18 say. See, you're going to be rewarded double for your wickedness and the atrocities that you put on the Israelites. But I'm going to leave it there. Just want to bring out these evidences of who are the Israelites due to the signs and the wonders that the children, is going to be exhibiting. That's what Deuteronomy 28 and 46 is saying too. But we always go to Deuteronomy 48 and 28 and 46, where it says it's going to be upon your seed forever. And then Romans 8 and 16 saying that it's going to be through the Spirit, it's going to show us who the sons of the living God is, because the scriptures is going to give you the signs that you got to look out for to identify them. That's what the Spirit is, the scriptures. It's going to tell us what the Israelites going to be doing and what kind of people. See, no other people is like them. You can't compare nobody to them. And only the so-called African American, only the so-called descendants of slaves, the Jamaican, Haitian, them island people that was picking sugar cane down there, nobody can beat them and running. They blowing people out the water. Hussein boating everybody. And they doing that in every sport, in every curriculum and anything you can think of. They blowing everybody out the water. See, and that's the evidence. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the true peace of the elect worldwide, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, descendants of slaves scattered around the globe on slave ships and through many captivities. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom. Salaki, you see, the thing won't let me close out my video. See the stuff?